Are you wondering if your YouTube channel can have multiple topics? We're going to be talking about what topics can be combined and what topics should be separated on different channels. We're then going to be talking about if having multiple channels is worth it and how much work it takes to be successful with a channel. And then I'm going to share how you can strategically pick the right topics for your episodes, and you'll know that you have a built-in audience so that you're guaranteed to get views. Let's dive right in. What topics can be combined? How YouTube channels work, especially today, is based around an audience. So think about your audience when you're asking yourself the question of these two topics. If I'm talking about this, who is it that's interested in that? And if I build an audience around that topic, and then I talk about the second topic, is that same audience going to be interested? If the answer is no, well, then you clearly need two different YouTube channels. Several years ago, I made a big mistake on the Nate Woodbury YouTube channel. And it's actually part of the reason why I have this channel here, Nate the Producer. So on that channel, I was talking about YouTube strategy, but I also made a video about why I hire people in the Philippines. Now, my audience did love that topic, but that topic really took off for people in the Philippines. They loved that I was talking about their country in a positive way, and a lot of these people were hoping that I would hire them as well. So that video took off, and I got excited about that growth, and so I made more videos talking about the Philippines. Those videos took off. I ended up in a short period of time adding several tens of thousands of subscribers to my YouTube channel. Here's the problem. When I would post a video about YouTube strategy, this new audience did not like that content. So now I had created two different audiences on my channel, and the YouTube algorithm was saying, hey, make more Philippines content. Don't talk about YouTube strategy anymore. Now, there are two different strategies on YouTube. If I were just chasing views because I wanted ad revenue, the best strategy for me to do would be to stop talking about YouTube strategy and to focus all on the Philippines and other topics that that audience would like. But the other approach is, as a business owner, if I have a subject matter and my clients are hiring me to produce their YouTube channels and to teach them YouTube strategy, then I've got to find out what questions my target audience is asking and focus exclusively there, and I've got to protect that audience. If I have a video that goes viral to the wrong audience, I've got to delete that video. Is having multiple channels worth it? So having two channels takes twice as much effort and energy. So think about this. You don't have a successful YouTube channel yet, and you're thinking about starting two. You're going to have to put 50% of your energy towards one and 50% towards the other. You're less likely to succeed on either one of them. So I recommend starting with one, figuring out which one is going to help your business grow the most. And I encourage you to put 100% of your energy towards that one channel. I'll even make that recommendation for platforms, because we have YouTube, but there's also TikTok, right? Or there's Vimeo, there's Facebook, there's LinkedIn, there's Instagram, there's Twitter. You'll hear influencers like Gary Vaynerchuk say that you need to spam the planet. Okay, that's my interpretation of what he tells you to do. But he says you need to be on every platform. And he says, yeah, you got to do 100 tweets on Twitter every day, and you should just repurpose and just be everywhere. Well, even he didn't start that way. He started on one platform, and when he was successful on that, he started to branch out to others. Every platform has a very, very unique strategy. I know YouTube extremely well. I know LinkedIn a little bit. The content that I'm making for YouTube does not work on LinkedIn. You have to package it completely different, and you have to interact. It's more of a social platform. So there's a lot of specific things that goes into one platform that don't work on the other. So what I'm teaching on this channel is the very specific YouTube strategy. How much work is one YouTube channel? One YouTube channel can be a lot of work, but I love efficiency. I consider myself to be a master of efficiency. And the strategy that I teach, where I'm leveraging YouTube for lead generation, I do film a lot. I film 20 episodes in a single day. In fact, today I'm hoping to film 24 episodes. We'll see if by 5 o'clock where I'm at. Now, for most other YouTube channels that you see that are more entertaining or they're a daily vlog, they spend the entire day filming a single episode. In fact, episodes have been trending longer and longer in recent years, so typically they'll spend several days or even a full week for content for one episode. Now again, this isn't for business owners leveraging YouTube to generate leads. This is for people who turn YouTube into a business because they want the ad revenue. So on my side of things, where I'm talking about efficiency and I'm really leveraging YouTube for lead generation, if I film 20 episodes in a day, I can launch 5 episodes a week, and I only have to have one filming day every single month. Over the last decade, I've done experimenting with a lot of different things, including how many episodes is best for a single day. We've done 10 in a day. I've done as many as 37 episodes in a single day. And now I produce many dozens of channels where clients will either fly here to Utah or fly to my filming house in Orlando. And the perfect amount is 20 episodes. It just makes for the perfect 9 to 5 day. It gives you the perfect amount of breaks and lunch break. And knowing that you can film 4 weeks of content in a single day, that means that my clients only have to travel once every 4 weeks. So I highly recommend that you do the same. Now, even me, when I'm filming on my own, I can't do 20 episodes at a time, meaning if I'm the one-man band, because today I've got 2 videographers that are here helping me. They set up the lights, they take care of the audio. I just focus on my content, and I need that in order to be able to film 20 episodes in a day. Last week in my office, so behind that wall there, I set up all the gear and I was able to film 10 episodes on my own. The previous week I filmed 8, and to even film 8 and 10, I did a lot of work to prepare for that, and every episode was filmed pretty much uniform. The mental capacity and the focus and everything, if I have to juggle many things, I can't do 20 on my own. So if you're gonna film 20 episodes in a day, I recommend a couple things. They might sound a little weird, but they really, really work. So first thing to do is book an Airbnb as your filming studio. You're gonna have to book it for 2 days because typically check-in is in the afternoon and check-out's the next morning. But if you wanna go morning to night, book it for a couple days, find one that's got some good character and that will be quiet, and then hire a videographer to meet you there. Have all your outlines prepared like a week in advance so that when you get there, all you have to do is deliver the content. How to pick the right topics for episodes. Well, you may be asking yourself, what am I going to be talking about for 20 episodes? The best strategy for lead generation is to focus on YouTube search. And search engines and AI have gotten so advanced that we've gotten better at using them. When we ask questions on Google and YouTube, we're typing in way more words. We're being way more specific. And that gives us on YouTube a huge advantage because we can just research and find what are these questions that my target audience is asking, and we can get really, really specific. Getting specific helps us in a variety of ways. It helps us hone in on the exact target audience, like the perfect people that we know are looking for our help and for our services. It also allows us to help them better. We can give them more specific answers. And it helps us eliminate the competition. We can find topics that no one else is talking about, so that just by making a video on that topic, our videos can rank at the top of YouTube really quickly. This strategy works so well because I never run out of topics to talk about, and every video is like a little marketing machine for my business. It starts bringing in leads every single week. In another episode that I've created, I go into the more specific details of this strategy. It's called the Leaf Strategy. And I'll link to another video right there. It's called YouTube SEO Secret Strategy. I highly recommend, if you really want to know how to create the right type of content that'll get results, you definitely need to watch that episode now.